Mm, Allegedly. I'm allegedly live. We'll see if it does the thing where it starts over. Hello, Buns. How you doing? Let's see if it does it. Usually does it in between 20 and 30 seconds. Is it going to do it? Or is that just on member streams? And there it is. It starts over. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this live stream where we are going to try to hawk some books in a bit. And today we're focusing on Hard Case Crime, Paperbacks from Hell, Sword and Sorcery Fantasy, Planetary Romance, Edgar Rice Burroughs, Barsoom, Pellucidar, Lost Continent, stuff like that. Also some Tarzan, Barsoom, and then some Conan, some H.P. Lovecraft, and some sci-fi. Now, there are a lot of other piles of books I have over here, but I haven't finished doing the last two bookcases. So like if I were to do the Star Trek books that I have right there, I could do that. But if by tomorrow I go through those bookcases and find a bunch more Star Trek books, then like I'm not going to be like selling out complete sets. So I would rather kind of keep some of the stuff for tomorrow. And like Westerns, like I have a ton of Louis L'Amour, but I don't have them all right here. But that's a pretty big stack. The Western stack that I have here is mainly Zane Grey, William Johnstone. Is that his name? Yeah. My eyes are really bad at that distance. But I also have a bunch of like Gold Medal Fawcett, like one-offs of people. Adam, what's up, man? And then I do have some poetry stuff as well. And depending on how this goes, we might get into the poetry stuff. If not, we'll save poetry for tomorrow. But I also have mystery boxes. And what the mystery boxes are boxes of books I packed when I came here, like before I came here, and I haven't opened them. So I have no idea what books are in them. They could be like really amazing, hard to find stuff or stuff that isn't that great. And the only reason why I'm thinking of just selling them as is in the box without opening them is because if I have gone, I mean, it's probably been what, like 7 years without me opening those boxes. Apparently it's not something that I was dying to get to. That doesn't mean there's not anything good in it. It just means I don't know. So I might do the mystery boxes as mystery boxes, just for the fun of it. But all of the stuff and the penguins I'm going to do tomorrow too. Although there are some really old penguins in some of these piles here. But not like the orange spine penguins or the black spine penguins. Most of the books we're doing today are going to be this size. So like mass market paperback size. And for those of you who like Hard Case Crime, you will know that this size they stopped making many a moon ago. They went to a trade paperback size. So how are all of you? Talk to me. Hit me. What's going on? I'm having a hard time. New one of these. And it's got one of these, so I go like that and it tells me things. I think it's all BS, but whatever. Um, I've been going back and forth between this and hide and read. What is up? Drinking coffee, hanging out with the doggos. Nice. Do the doggos read? I'm okay. I'm just here to what's that say? To check out at the moment. Oh yeah. Like definitely come hang out. Like nobody has to get anything. Whatever nobody gets, I'm just gonna like put outside for people to just take. I would love to be able to sell all of this stuff, and that's kind of why I've been hanging on to stuff for so long. But I know what my tolerance level is for doing online sales at the moment. And I have way too many other things to do right now, just getting my life together, that putting up books and doing all the eBay crap or Pongo or whatever the heck it is. It's too much for me. I can't handle it right now. So I would rather just do things like this. So what would be cool if you guys want to, because I don't want to be taken advantage of either. Okay. So what would be cool is if I go, okay, so I have a stack of X amount of these books. It would be nice if you're interested in those books to like just check online and see what a lot of those types of books go for. And then like give me a low ball figure on that. Like I'll go under what things are being sold for. I'm just trying to get rid of stuff. But yeah, so that's what's going on. And again, if this goes horribly, I just won't do it anymore. And I'll just like, I don't want to burn books. That's not what I'm saying at all. But I will just get rid of these. Anyway, I don't think I've had enough coffee to get my juices flowing. Looking to buy a stack of the hard case crime and some westerns. Oh, well then you probably came to the right place. LOL, I'll give you a nickel for all your first edition Asimovs. I don't know if I have any first edition Asimovs, but I have a lot of old Asimovs. But that's another one who I was going to save until tomorrow because I know I have more on those cases over there. So yeah, but I'll hold on to those for you, bro. If you want them. Okay, so let's go through the hard case stuff since that's what at least somebody's here for. So, most of these are in pristine condition. One of them looks like it got ran over by a car, but it's a good book, so it's not that big of a deal. At least to me, it wasn't. Okay, so Say It With Bullets by Richard Powell. I don't know exactly how many are in this stack, but it's a big one. Slide by Ken Bruin and Jason Starr. Nightwalker by Donald Hamilton. This was awesome. I loved this book. This was a really good one. Straight Cut by Madison Smart Bell. Dutch Uncle by Peter Pavia, I think. How You Say, is this the one that got ran over by a car? Yeah, it totally is. Oh my gosh, look at that. So this is Stop This Man by Peter Rabe or Rabe. And it looks like that. And it looks like a normal book, but then when you look at it on the side, it's all beat to shit. But yeah, but good book. And then we got Lawrence Block, The Girl with the Long Green Heart. Stephen King's Joyland. Ariel Winter, The 20-Year Death, The Falling Star. That's 2 titles. Why would you do that? Unless there's 2 books in here. There might be. I don't know. The First Quarry. Again, the Quarry books are really awesome. Quarry. Money Shot by Krista Faust. That's right. Fade to Blonde by Max Phillips. Branded Woman by Wade Miller. Dig Wade Miller, man. Memory by Donald Westlake. Kind of a thicker one of these. First publication ever. Songs of Innocence by Richard Alias, who I think is the dude, that's his fake name, the guy who runs Hard Case. Can't remember what his real name is. Charles Arday, that's right. Him. Because again, I don't know why he has different names when he writes books for the same place. 50 to 1 by him. Oh, then The Last Quarry by Max Allan Collins. As seen in the film Shades of Noir. Ed McBain, The Gutter to the Grave, or The Gutter and the Grave. Oh, there's a bunch of these, aren't there? So I'm going to have to actually count these. Oh, man. Home is the Sailor by Day Keene. This was great. I really liked this one too. The Murder Vine by Shepard Rifkin. Bust by Ken Bruin and Jason Starr. No House Limit by Steve Fisher. There's a few more down here. The Guns of Heaven by Pete Hamill. Robbie's Wife by Russell Hill. Plunder of the Sun by David Dodge. And then we have Lawrence Block, A Walk Among the Tombstones, which is weird that this is like a novelization looking book, but it's a hard case crime book. Kind of odd. And then finally, another kind of novelization book, The Nice Guys, which is hysterical. But yeah, so that's that. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So 27 of this size book. I don't know, like somebody, I mean, I guess I could Google stuff. I just don't really fucking care. So yeah, 27 hard case crime, mass market paperbacks. Let's see. I'm on this stupid book buying challenge, so I'm here for sales support. Those look great. Yeah, what's going on with that? Is there a bunch of people doing this like we're not going to buy books thing this summer or something like that? Should I have known about this before I started this? Hello, Mindy. I challenge you. What's that say? I challenge you to buy books. So yeah. So and then also tomorrow when we do this, there's going to be more hard case crime, but they're going to be like the trade paperback or hardback size. Just a heads up. Okay, so don't fall. There's that. What should we do next? Yeah, anytime if somebody wants something, just say they want it, and then just send me an email. Actually, yeah, just send me an email. I hate mountwall@gmail.com. Like if you don't want to have a conversation in the chat about buying books, that's fine. Okay, so I have some horror books here and some sci-fi. That's the closest stuff to me. All right, so let's just start doing that. So in this stack of horror mass markets, I have The Shining by Stephen King, Different Seasons by Stephen King, and I think those are the only Stephen Kings in this pile. The Godsend by Bernard Taylor, a very nice copy of Ghost Story by Peter Straub. Dark Miracle by Stephen R. George. Childgrave by Ken Greenhall. If I remember correctly, I did not like that book. I think that's the one that I was like, ew, no. What is wrong with this? Okay, so that's before the actual book. So that's okay. Oh, this book is so clever. It comes with a backward. But a beat copy of The Mirror by Merrill's Millheiser. The Influence by Ramsey Campbell. And this is one of those funny things where, and with the die cut, that's awesome. I have probably, in my life, I probably had like 6 or 7 copies of this exact book. So weird. And then this I'm throwing in there just because it's fun. But the Jaws log, it's like the Carl Gottlieb's like account of the making of Jaws. But if you look, I don't know how this happened, but the binding just like broke in half one day. So it's in 2 parts. Oh shit. But yeah, that's in there. Sean Hudson's Breeding Ground, which is Slugs Part 2. Very gross and disgusting. Let's see. Shadow of the Beast by Gerald DePego, we'll say. That guy. Creature from the Black Lagoon times Black Lagoon. There you go. And then this one is super pulpy, but Who Fears the Devil by Manly Wade Wellman. And then a classic, Crib by Harold Lee Friedman. In case that wasn't scary enough, it's actually a skeleton holding the baby. Oh my God. Oh my. Oh my. Oh. All right. And then also this one is a super classic little book. This is called Monsters and Such. I think Murray Leinster is the editor of this little collection. No, maybe he wrote all of these. 7 startling stories of the inhuman and non-human by the unrivaled master of the impossible. So yeah, so this is to me, the humdinger in this fucking pile here. So that is just a bunch of horror shit. So let's see the chat. Mostly everyone has tapped out or finished. I have 34 left to read. The goal is to read 100 before buying a book. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I pretty much want all these horror paperbacks. I have The Influence already. Well, I have like 4 more copies of it. So just to be a dick, I'll just send you all 4 copies of The Influence I have. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. Buy them, Mindy. Buy them. I'll have to rewatch later. Busy today. Hi, Caitlin. Bye, Caitlin. I know Jaws is based on a novel. Does anyone know if the original novel is any good? Adam, let me tell you. No. Yes, but no. I don't want to sit here and start talking like this, but the misogyny, the like ridiculous like sex scenes written by someone who sounds like they've never actually talked to a human female before ever in the history of the world is rather annoying. And there is one relationship in the book that makes it so hard for me to watch the movie now. Because like I grew up watching Jaws. All right. So when I finally read it, I was like, what in the damn hole is this? I was so mad. Going after those hard case crimes, anyone want to split it? If you just want half of them, I'll just give you half of them. Just tell me what you want. A step back over. Oh man, you were killing me. Why am I torturing myself? Yeah, you really have to be careful here, guys. I love the crib cover and step back. I will email you the ones I want for sure. Well, damn. Yeah, like if you love Jaws the movie and it holds a special place in your heart, it is really hard to read that book and not just be absolutely livid. Just saying. I also read the book for Jaws the Revenge before I saw Jaws the Revenge as a kid. And I don't know. I probably thought it was fine. But yeah, so that's fun. Huh? 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 Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's get into the sci-fi pile. Okay, we have Lester Del Rey, Moon of Mutiny. The Worlds of Paul Anderson. The Artificial Man by L.P. Davies. Frederick Pohl, The Day the Martians Came. That's what she said. Oh, shouldn't have done it. Kim Stanley Robinson's Green Mars with Arthur C. Clarke's A Meeting with Medusa on the back. It's one of those. It's one of those. H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. I have a bunch of different copies of this, so I might pull copies out and put in different piles, unless you guys all want a bunch of copies of War of the Worlds. And then Harry Kuttner, The Well of the Worlds. So this is what? Is this an ace? Yeah. I like a lot of my vintage sci-fi is like ace paperbacks and shit. So another Harry Kuttner, Destination Infinity. If you're not familiar with Harry Kuttner was in that whole like Lovecraft circle, the Weird Tales group of dudes. Very underrated writer. Like I really dig his shit. And then I have a bunch of weird Alan Dean Foster books in here. So whatever that name is, Dawn. There you go. Let's see. And there's a lot of these. I was actually not going to sell any of these, but I just don't know. Yeah, I would rather these be with people who give a shit. But the best stories from New Worlds, edited by Michael Moorcock, with J.G. Ballard, Brian W. Aldis, Roger Zelanzi, John Bruner, David I. Masson, Langdon Jones, and Thomas M. Dish. Is that about right? Yeah, okay. Another Murray Leinster. This one is Creatures of the Abyss. An ace double with Space Mercenaries by Bertram Chandler, backed with The Caves of Mars by Emil Petija. Another older copy of War of the Worlds. Gardner F. Fox, The Hunter Out of Time. I think he used to write a lot of the Batman comics back in the day, a million years ago. Bypass to Otherness, brilliant science fantasy by Henry Kuttner. The Shrinking Man by Richard Matheson. This is kind of a beat copy. It's Fawcett Gold Medal, but I'm pretty certain that this is the first printing of this book. So, yeah, that's why I got it in the first place. And then we have this box set, C.S. Lewis Space Trilogy. Out of the Silent Planet, That Word, and That Hideous Strength. Pirilandra. Yeah, so a little box with 3 books in it. So that is this sci-fi. There is a bunch more sci-fi in the other bookcases, but if any of this tickles your taint, let me know. Oh, wait. And then there's more in this pile here. So Clifford D. Simak, City. H.G. Wells, The Food of the Gods. H.G. Wells, In the Days of the Comet. Oh, this one's really good. This one's really good. The Science Fiction Book Club. The Best of Frederick Brown, edited by Robert Bloch. This is awesome. If you're into that kind of shit. Fugitive of the Stars by Edmund Hamilton, backed with Land Beyond the Map by Kenneth Bloomer. Bloomer. Then we have the best science fiction and fantasy from some year. It doesn't say, but this is a Panther book. So this is from the Uke, but this has Robert Heinlein in it. and a bunch of other people. It's a cool cover. I dig it. Paul Anderson's Virgin Planet and H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. Oh, wait, stop. There's more. And then another double, Clifford Simak, The Trouble with Tycho, and Bring Back Yesterday by A. Bertram Chandler. And then we have Paul McTire, Doomsday 1999. Called it, man. Oh, so good, so good. And then Planetary Agent X by Mac Reynolds, backed with Behold the Stars by Kenneth Bulmer. Yeah, so that is the sci-fi piles. Yes, that is the sci-fi piles. Okay, let me see what's shaking. Deep in the Reeds. I have that exact version of War of the Worlds. Love that cover. The one with the really shitty alien on it, or the newer one that I showed earlier. What is a reasonable price for horror paperbacks? I don't even know where to start. Yeah, I don't either. So a lot of times when I try to figure stuff out, I'll just go, okay, like how many's in the lot? And then I'll go on eBay and just look up like completed listings for something and just say like whatever, and just see like what a low price for that kind of stuff is, and then do that. Yeah. I don't know, because I feel like I don't understand inflation or the value of the dollar, because I think certain things, I'm like, oh, so like this book should be like $5, right? And then like I'll go on like Instagram, or if you go on Etsy, they're going to be even more, but it'll be like people selling paperbacks for like 10 or $12 or something, like used paperbacks and shit. And I think that's way too much for a lot of these books, especially when a lot of these books you can get anywhere. And when I mean anywhere, I mean you could go on a bunch of different online places and find these things. So it's not like, I mean, if somebody had like a fucking super rare, like I have a first printing of, hang on a second, guys. Okay. I have a first printing of Cop Hater by Ed McBain. And that was the first police procedural book. It's the first 87th Precinct book. And a first printing of that book, when like it ended up being like a really big popular book and with a big popular series, but when it was originally printed, it didn't have like a huge print run. So that I could go, oh, that makes sense. I could see that. Or like some of these like really weird like short story collections that you can't get anywhere, I could go, oh, I could see that being more. But like for the most part, the majority of these paperbacks, the majority of paperbacks I see people sell online, and they're asking for like huge, not huge money, but I mean, you got to imagine if you're selling like paperbacks for like 10 to $15 a pop, and you're selling like, I don't know, 20 to 30 of these paperbacks a day at that price point plus shipping, like that's fucking crazy. Uh, Let me see. The newer gray cover is the one I have. I think I missed your horror books. Do you have We Have Always Lived in the Castle? We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Is that Shirley Jackson? Is that who wrote that? I don't have that here, but I think I actually have that in one of those bookcases over there. Some pulpy paperbacks are stupidly valuable, like Rage by Richard Bachman. I do have that too. There's what was that one that I couldn't believe was so much? Some of the movie adaptations of like horror movies, like paperbacks from hell kind of shit, but like 80s horror movies, the novelizations of those, some of those are worth ridiculous money. Like when I was selling those things off, some of them I was getting like 50 to 100 bucks for the book, for one book. It was crazy. Any Harry Martinson books? I don't know if I said that name or not, and I also don't know if I have any of that over there. That name does not ring a bell, but I'm usually not really good with sci-fi authors. Yeah, Rage was taken out of print like almost immediately. And Matt, if you have a copy of Rage, you should know it's selling for like $1,000 in poor condition. Are you fucking joking? That's the Carrie sequel book, right? I had a copy of it, and on the cover it was like some dude sitting on a desk in a school, like sitting at a teacher's desk or something like that. It's somewhere in here. Yeah, if that's how much that's selling for, I'm going to hang on to it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, it's in here somewhere. Yeah, that's awesome. Good to know. Thanks for the heads up. That just bought my fucking plane ticket. Hoo But yeah, I if I had more no, it's not a sequel to Carrie. It's a school shooter story. Oh, correct, correct. Oh, and then the Rage Carrie 2 was the sequel of the movie, right? There it is. So it's like Carrie, but with guns instead of psychic powers. Yeah, for real. Like, oh shit. LOL. Yeah, I could see where the confusion comes from. Okay, so oh, and let me just do this too, since it's a smaller pile. So I have a bunch of Lovecraft stuff here, and I'm putting in also the August Derleth, the Trail of Cthulhu, just because it's kind of in the vein. But the Doom that came to Sarnath and other stories. I think these are UK printings. This version of the books. It says Ballantine, but yeah, I don't know. These are odd copies of this. The Horror in the Museum and Other Stories. Most of these, I think, are his like posthumous stuff that I guess that would be Derleth kind of finished writing. So the stuff of his that um, he wasn't finished with or whatever, but like Winged Death is in here and the Diary of Alonzo Typer. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the Zelda Bishop stories that he wrote with her are in this collection too, I think. H.P. Lovecraft's The Tomb. This has The Festival plus The Horror at Red Hook, Strange High House in the Mist, and The Evil Clergyman. The Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath. This also has The Silver Key and Through the Gates of the Silver Key. And The Loved Dead and Other Tales. This one has The Last Test, The Man of Stone, The Horror at Martin's Beach, The Ghost Eater, Deaf, Dumb, and Blind, The Tree on the Hill, Till the Seas, Medusa's Coil, Out of the Aeons, Ashes, Love Dead, The Trapped, The Disinterment, and The Night Ocean. Now, The Loved Dead is also the story about necrophilia that got Weird Tales banned in a couple states when that issue came out. So The Love Dead is kind of, and it's not even fully his story. He barely rewrote some of the parts of somebody else's work. And but he kind of took the heat for that happening. So yeah, so that's some good shit. That's some good shit. All righty then. Okay, let's get into some of the gore stuff because I have a lot of gore books here in my sword and sorcery pile, even though these are kind of science fiction / time travel / bad erotica, whatever. So the gore books that I have are Beasts of Gore, Captive of Gore. I think that is a Boris cover, actually. Most of these probably will be. Assassin of Gore. Yeah. Wow, that is a dusty cover. Do I have anything to wipe that on? No. Okay, I will wipe this in a minute. But guys, it's new for 1979. Explorers of Gore. Oh, the 1982 Gore book, Savages of Gore. There's some more Gores in here. Let me do those. Outlaw of Gore. Tarnsmen of Gore. This is the first Gore book. I think this book is actually really boring. Just saying. Like, I don't know how he ended up having like this giant, like 25 book series when that first book is so, it just drags for me so much. Raiders of Gore. I think those are all the Gore books I have. But then we have some other fun stuff like William L. Chester's Quoiga of the Unknown Land. John Jakes, The Planet Wizard. Kind of a fun one. And then this one was a lot of fun, actually. Barba the Slaver. It's like Sword and Sorcery in Ancient Rome. That was fun. And then we have Fritz Leiber, Swords in the Mist. This is a great one. A. Bertram Chandler, The Star Courier. Probably could be in the sci-fi one, but I put it in this pile for some reason. Then we have an Elsprague de Camp, The Fallible Fiend. Alan Dean Foster, The Day of Dissonance. And then finally, The Shadow Girl by Ray Cummings. It's probably science fiction, but yeah, whatever. You guys see what I'm getting at. You guys are picking up what I'm putting down. Let's see. A Man of Culture, I see. Oh, what? With the gore books? I'm assuming that's what we're talking about there. I didn't think you meant that kind of gore, LOL. I was expecting Cannibal Corpse looking books. No, gore is for those of you who don't know, it's like when the Conan craze happened, like in the late 70s, early 80s with like the Schwarzenegger movie and all this stuff. This John Norman fucker, I'm guessing what happened is that he had an idea for a book, or he had a book he wrote, and it was more of a sci-fi book, but it wasn't doing well. So he decided, and this is all conjecture, I don't know if any of this is true. He's like, well, if I take this sci-fi book I have, and instead of it being like a planet like this, it could be like a planet like what Conan's like. And there's like swords and hot babes and half-naked dudes running around in loincloths. Like, maybe there's a market for this, especially if I could get some really good artwork. And it was all marketing. And the books are not good, but they're fun if you like, I don't know, just like really bad, like popcorn crap. But again, you're having to, like, reading those books with today's eyes might be kind of tricky. I don't know. I prefer to, when I read a dude writing about sex, I'm just going to say, I want to know that the dude who's writing about it has actually done it before and isn't somebody who writes about what he thinks sex should be. That's really fucking annoying. Let's see here. I will never cease to be charmed by the caption "new" on the covers of decades old. Dude, it's so awesome. Especially when it's like, hey, new for 1979. So good. So good. Yeah, I'm cultured AF. And then should I do those ones? Or should I stick? No, I'll do these since they're right next to me on this side. So I have another pile here before we get into like the burrows and all that other stuff. I'll do this pile. This pile is like what I would call like classics and books that I think should be classics and stuff like that. So most of these books you guys probably already have, but I don't know if there's any in here that you're like all ooh, like just tell me what those are. So Jekyll and Hyde, Robert Louis Stevenson, Kurt Vonnegut's Cat's Cradle, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Hunter S. Thompson, Fahrenheit 451 by Bradbury, Vonnegut's Galapagos, which is awesome. and Slaughterhouse-Five. Now, especially the Vonnegut and Thompson, I have so many copies of these books that, like, I'm not like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm getting rid of this. Canterbury Tales by Chaucer. I think this is the actual copy I had in high school. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty certain that this is my copy from, like, what would that be? Like sophomore English class or something. Uh, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Truman Capote's Other Voices, Other Rooms. Gore Vidal's Maya Breckinridge. I believe this is the first novel in America that was like a mainstream novel that dealt with pegging. If anyone's interested in the history of this book. Phantom of the Opera, Yastendara. Catcher in the Rye. This might be my copy from school too. I love this cover. George Orwell's 1984. It's just stark and awesome. Love it. Kurt Vonnegut's Mother Night. I love this cover so much. This is a gold medal Fawcett edition of this book. And then probably one of my favorite books ever, The Stranger by Camus. Great cover too, by the way. Another favorite of mine, one of the most depressing books I've ever read. And also, the size of this paperback does not justify the weight of this book. It is very heavy for a little paperback in your hand. But I love this cover too. On the Beach by Neville Shute. Great book. And then we have a European Penguin version of Anatomy of a Murder with the Saul Bass cover, which is awesome. Oh, another older copy of Slaughterhouse-Five. The Great Shark Hunt by Hunter S. Thompson. And finally, Heart of Darkness by Joseph Conrad. So there you go. So that's like the pile of kind of classic books. The cover of The Stranger looks like some 90s new metal band. It totally does. I could totally see that. Canterbury Tales is generally considered to be the first great literary work written in the English language. I believe it. I absolutely loved that book so much. And it was the book that, I don't want to say it was the first book that made me want to tell stories, but it was the first book, especially in school, like reading in school, because school made me. It was the first book that made me want to write, that made me want to like put books out and shit. Is it okay if I pick and choose from a bunch of piles? I'm not trying to keep them in lots. I'm just trying to make it easier to get rid of. So if there's stuff you want in certain piles, just say what those are. That's fine. Okay, how am I going to do these? I think I'm going to break up my Tarzans into what do you call it? Like different covers and like printings, because I have some Tarzans that I almost have like the entire set like this. But then I also have the ones with the Frazetta covers. And I don't know. I think I will skip those up, break those up. What's that say? When are the auctions being hosted? Right now. Just like tell me if you want them, and then just send me an email and say, I want these. And I don't know, first come, first serve, I guess. I'm really bad at doing any of this, and I'm a pushover. So, whatever. I'm just trying to knock all of this out in one session instead of having to do like the whole like eBay posting and shit like that. There's too many books here to take pictures of each individual book and write descriptions and all this other shit. I'd rather, because I'm lazy, I'd rather just do it like this. But, you know, whatever. It's fine. I don't care. All right. Okay, so let's see these ones. Are these all the same? No, that one's different. Oh, I love that fucking Frazetta cover so much. Okay, maybe I will put that in with a different stack then. I don't know. I'll figure that out. So I have the Pellucid books in the Ace versions. Okay, so I'll do that and do this like that. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. So, Jeff, what's up, man? So, At the Earth's Core, I can't remember if Frazetta did these covers as well. I have a feeling that he did. He did, or somebody did these like old timey Ace covers, and he did it in the like theme of how they wanted it, and then like later they ended up using his original artwork for this stuff. So whatever. But this is my favorite series of the Burrow, like any of the Burroughs series, but especially the first and second book, even though those books are really good, the colonialism, I guess is the best way to put it, is so revolting. Like I'm gonna be adorable here. The love story in the first two Pellucid books are amazing, but the idea of colonialism in these books drive me absolutely crazy. There you go. So, At the Earth's Core is the first Pellucid book. Where can I put these? Okay. And then we have Pellucid, which I think is the second Pellucid book. I don't remember the order of these guys. So, Land of Terror, Tanar of Pellucid. I think this is the third or fourth one. Oh no, everything fell. Shit. Oh God, no. Back to the Stone Age. And then another copy of Back to the Stone Age that looks exactly the same. So I'll put that in this other pile. And then Savage Pellucid, which I think is the last book. Not 100%, but I believe so. And the only one that's not in here is the Tarzan At the Earth's Core, which is book 4 or 5 of these. And then I think it's like book 11 or 13 in the Tarzan series. Something like that. Oh, yeah. Adam, thanks for keeping everybody up to speed. So, yeah, so those are the Pellucid books. And then the other ones that I didn't show you are my favorite Frazetta cover of these books. At the Earth's Core. That's the Mahar about to eat. I think we're supposed to think that that's Dean the Beautiful in that image. But if I'm mistaken in the book, what is shown right here doesn't actually happen with her. Whatever. And then John Eric Holmes' Mahars of Pellucid, which was he got the Burroughs estate let him write sequels to the Pellucidar books. And because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, after the second book, the Mahars aren't in the books anymore. And the Mahars are like kind of like the most interesting villain of all of Burroughs's work. So when they did this, they brought the Mahars back. And then this guy wrote another book called Red something. I can't remember what it's called. But the book never came out, but it was complete. And I remember a few years ago, I actually got somebody emailed me a copy of a PDF that got leaked of it. So that was fucking amazing. But I think the Burroughs estate has been putting out new work of like people writing in the universe and stuff. If anyone has checked those out, I would love to hear how those are. But yeah, so this is a pretty interesting book. It was pretty good. Okay, what else do we got? Let's do the Venus books, because this is also one of my favorite Frazetta covers. I don't know why, but there's just something about this cover that makes me stare at it all the time. It's probably that very, what do you call the thing? Where when you see it, you know it's Frazetta. Yeah, the eyes of the tiger. That's what I was saying. The tiger's eyes. Like only Frazetta makes eyes on animals look like that. You perverts thought I was talking about something else. What a bunch of jerks. So, Escape on Venus. The Wizard of Venus. Pirates of Venus. I think this is the first book in that series. Lost on Venus. Carson of Venus. And another copy of Escape on Venus, but the Ace paperback version. Now, the Venus books are kind of, I don't want to say they're shit, but like this was like kind of the last series Edgar Rice Burroughs was writing. And there's a part of me that thinks the only reason why he wrote them is because I'm probably going to tell this story wrong, but Otis Albert Klein was kind of like Edgar Rice Burroughs' nemesis. Like Edgar Rice Burroughs would do something, it would get popular, and then Klein would copy it and have a decently selling series, but totally off the coattails of Edgar Rice Burroughs. And I can't remember what it was, but I can't remember. It was something like Klein said he was going to do a Venus series or something like that. And when Burroughs heard about it, because he was stealing all of his shit all those years, he just started writing a Venus series before Klein can get his book out, just to be a dick. Like, which is hysterical, and I think it's great. What does that say? Peach, love it. I had a second publisher reach out to me wanting to send me books to review. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I'm here for the poetry. Okay, well, the poetry, depending on how long it takes to get through these piles here, the poetry might be tomorrow. I'm not 100% on that. The cover might as well be a colonoscopy image. Classic. Okay. So now the Lost Continent series. And I think this was only a trilogy. If that's true, why do I have so many books in my hand? Okay, so we have 2 copies of this book that look exactly the same. Got it. That's one of the later copies. Oh wait, no, that's the Pellucidar book, huh? No. Then I have a Pellucidar book in the wrong pile. Okay. So let's just do this. Okay, so we have The People That Time Forgot. 2 copies of that. The Land That Time Forgot. No, that's the same thing. Oh, yeah. And Out of Time's Abyss. Okay, so that's the trilogy. The People That Time Forgot, The Land That Time Forgot, and Out of Time's Abyss. Man, that was confusing. And then that's the sexier cover. But yeah, that's a great trilogy. One of the things that I love about these books is how the evolution in the world they're in works, from when they first get there to going up to where the final book happens. Like, you are watching evolution of a species. It's fucking awesome. It was such a fucking awesome idea. The titles that Matt forgot. No shit, dude. Good lord. Oh, okay, what do we got? Okay, let's do these ones before we get there. So these are mainly random Burroughs books with a couple other planetary romance books thrown in, since Edgar Rice Burroughs basically created the genre, but or at least popularized it, because I have the first one here, which was not him. And some of his Westerns and stuff are in here too. Okay. So we have The Moon Maid. The Moon Men. And then I think Red Hawk is the other book in that series. And it might be in one of the books. I can't remember. And here's an older copy of The Moon Maid from Ace. And then this is the first planetary romance book ever written. And I think it predates A Princess of Mars by like 10 years. But it's Gulliver of Mars by Edwin L. Arnold. So there you go. Trivia. And then we have Mesa of the Moon by Otis Albert Klein. Now, his book series or whatever that was really popular was called The Swordsman of Mars. Okay. So now you can understand why Edgar Rice Burroughs was a little pissed off at him. Okay. Beyond the Farthest Star, Edgar Rice Burroughs. The Outlaw of Torn. The Oakdale Affair. That's a big burr. That's a big burr. And then Ace copy of The Cave Girl. And I can't remember if this has the other book in with it, because I think there's 2 books in the Cave Girl series. Okay. So now we have a lot of Tarzan books. And these are all numbered for the most part. And are all these the same kind? Yeah, okay, so I'll keep all of the ones in this series together. So we have Tarzan and the Forbidden City. The artwork on these are not great. Tarzan and the Lost Empire. Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle. Tarzan and the Ant-Men. This one's actually really good. I was surprised by that one. Okay, so that's a different book. Okay. Tarzan and the Madmen. This one is a lot of fun. Tarzan of the Apes. This is the first one. Boom. Oh, Adam, look. Tarzan and the Madmen. It says new. Look, it's new. This is brand new. We love that. Jungle Tales of Tarzan. This one's cool because it's like short stories. It's like a short story collection. I like it. Tarzan the Terrible. Son of Tarzan. Tarzan the Magnificent. Let's see what else do we got here. So silly. Tarzan and the Forbidden Legion. Are all of these... I should totally put the white border ones and the black border ones together. I'll do that. Boom. Okay, and so to finish off that stack of Tarzans, wherever they are, Tarzan and the Castaways, new. Tarzan and the Lion Men, and finally, Tarzan and the Leopard Men. I think Tarzan and the Castaways is the last one. Is it? 24. Was that the last book? I think that might be the last book. Okay, so I have these ones too, the white border ones. So Son of Tarzan, Tarzan the Terrible, Tarzan the Untamed, Beasts of Tarzan, and Tarzan and the Jewels of Opar. Now for the black covers, the cooler ones, Tarzan and the Golden Lion, Tarzan, Lord of the Jungle, Tarzan and the Ant-Men, the Son of Tarzan. I have so many copies of the fucking Son of Tarzan. I swear to shit. Tarzan of the Apes. Jungle Tales of Tarzan. That fucking cover, dude. It's crazy. Jungle Tales of Tarzan. The Return of Tarzan. The Beasts of Tarzan. And the fucking Son of Tarzan. Jesus Christ. Why is this happening? Oh, and then just in case you guys didn't know, I have another copy of the Son of Tarzan. An ace. version, little tiny Ace version. So yeah, so those are all the Tarzan books. That was exhausting. That seriously took everything out of me, going through those Tarzan books. Yeah, some of the covers were done by, who is that Batman artist? Neil Adams. Some of those are Neil Adams covers. Yeah, the Neil Adams covers on those Tarzan books are fucking ridiculous. Oh my gosh. My allergies are kicking up top notch right now. Ugh. So talk to me, guys. Give me a little something to cleanse the palate here. Do you have any William Gibson or Philip K. Dick? I think I have some Dick. I don't know about Gibson. And that was just for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that one. I wish book covers were, what does that say? Still painted more often. Yeah, I don't know. There's something. There's something about. I think even fucking movie posters would look amazing painted, and every once in a while you'll see, like when they did, like the new Star Wars posters, like they would still try to do it in the same design as the original ones. And the ones that when they do the painting of those look amazing, even with all the new Star Wars stuff that a lot of people don't like. They still look really cool. But yeah, that's just me. It's basically Neil Adams, Boris Vallejo, and Frank Frazetta should just, like, every artist should just do things like them. Are you fucking joking me right now? That sounded like someone is drilling into the building. I'm not even fucking joking you. That sounds like somebody is either drilling underneath up or up here down. What in... They're drilling in the wall right here. What the fuck? Okay, I'm on the third floor, guys, so it's not like someone's outside drilling in. It's got to be my neighbor below me or something. But it sounds like it's this wall right here. That's crazy. That's never happened before. That was I'm sorry. I'm all over the place right now. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. I don't know how that sounded to you guys, but that was so, like, horribly loud. Oh no. I just kicked over like 2 piles of books. That was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. Come on. Don't fall, guys. Oh, so much dust. Unbelievable. Anyway, so yeah, talk to me, guys. Like, give me something to think about here. They're coming for your books. Come get them, please. Help. Do me a fucking favor. Hey, another bibliophile reads. Oh, glad I was able to catch this event. Me too. They found out you have a copy of Rage. Don't tell everybody. Shh, keep it quiet, guys. I did not know that was a thing. That's so funny. They're making a glory hole between your apartment and. I wish they would have done it a year ago. Good God. I'm so fucking easy. Like, come on. It's just weird because, like, this is a concrete building. So when you're drilling in the building, it sounds crazy. Like that was that I can't even, I don't know. I don't know what it sounded like for you guys hearing that, but that was a lot. That was a lot. And we're going to get some other amazing covers because we still haven't gone through my Barsoom books or my Conan books. So we'll be hitting those momentarily. What am I supposed to do? I don't even think there's anyone I could complain to unless I go downstairs. Because I'm pretty sure it's the apartment below me. That is insane. And I really have to do laundry. I am completely out of clean clothes. I have one more shirt that's a shirt that I'm probably keeping because I'm getting rid of a bunch of my clothes too. And right now I'm wearing these shorts that because I've been losing weight, I was at just this little shop and they had large board shorts. And I'm like, I don't know if I fit in large board shorts. But all my shorts I had were like falling off of me. So I just bought them to see if I could fit in them. And I could put them on, but they're very tight. Don't leave much to the imagination. You can see all of my veins. But yeah, so I'm wearing those right now just to have on. I'm going to do laundry here in a bit once I'm done with all of this fun stuff. I just started laundry and clean the kitchen while watching. Oh, good. Yeah, that is really like that makes my teeth hurt. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like the noise you hear inside your head when the dentist is drilling your teeth. That's what that sounds like. So just a heads up, all the videos that are coming out this week, starting on Monday, are all from one day at the beach at Santa Monica. So there's some food stuff, there's some looking around stuff, there's some like writing stuff and all sorts of that shit littered throughout the week. So it should be pretty good. And on Tuesday, I'm giving a big future of the channel type video. So that's fun. That totally sounds like my teeth. I'm having like flashbacks. That's driving me crazy. Thanks for hanging out with me, guys, while this is happening. If it wasn't for you guys, I think I would be downstairs screaming at people, making an ass of myself, most likely getting the cops called. But since you guys are here watching me, I feel like I have to be on my best behavior since there is now a recorded record of my response to this thing that's happening. Anyway, Barsoom. I'm going to show you all the different types of the books that I have because I have different versions. I mean, they're all the same book, but different covers and different publishers and shit. We have Ace, we have Valentine, and I think they're the Del Rey. I have the Del Rey ones too. So I'll just show you them. This is one of my favorite ones, favorite covers, favorite characters in this. Gek. Oh my God. Chessmen of Mars. I love this book. This book is so much fun. Yeah. So that's not Gek, but Gek's one of those types of creatures. So fucking cool. They totally screwed the pooch without doing more with him. And then this is the final book in the series, John Carter of Mars. And I think, honestly, the artist who did these paintings completely tried to, like, middle finger these people because John Carter, the baddest ass motherfucker in the universe, you know, looking all badass and awesome, although he kind of looks like a douchebag. But he looks like more of a douchebag when you see that he wears socks with his sandals. Why the fuck in any painting ever, especially one of a hero, would you go, you know what? Let's put some like knee-high, like quitter socks on him and then have him wear sandals. It's just, who fucking does that? I don't know. Gods of Mars. These books are great. Mastermind of Mars. Oh, the characters in these books are just astronomically amazing. Swords of Mars. Another copy of Sweat Socks of Mars. Thuvia, Made of Mars. And then a better version of Thuvia, Made of Mars. Followed by another version of Thuvia, Made of Mars. And then we have some of the Del Rey editions that are just awesome too. Gods of Mars. Warlord of Mars. Lalana of Gathul. Another copy of Swords of Mars. An Ace version of Fighting Man of Mars. And then the first one, a Princess of Mars. Then we got Synthetic Men of Mars. This, like, seriously, as stupid as the books get from like books 5 and on, like books 5 through 10, I think are so much fun. Although, like, the cliffhanger to Gods of Mars is probably the best cliffhanger ending of any book I've ever read in my fucking life. And I'm so mad that they didn't capitalize on it in the third book, which was, what's the third book? Warlord of Mars. Oh, man. I always feel like there was like something hugely missing. And you could have had a total other book. You could have had two other books. You could have had a book from John Carter's point of view and a book from what's her name? Daja, whatever, her point of view. Oh my God. Like Burroughs totally fucked up. That's one of those things where if I could write in a universe like one book, like that would be the in between books 2 and 3 of the Barsoom series. But yeah, like even these like ridiculous books are so much fun, dude. They're so much fun. Swords of Mars, Fighting Man of Mars. And this is a very sexy cover of Thuvia Maid of Mars. And I think this is my least favorite book. I remember getting into an argument with somebody where I'm like, this is like the weakest book out of all of them. And they're like, no, you're stupid. You're an idiot. You know, whatever. And then Gods of Mars. So anyway, so those are my Barsoom titles. Let me see. Let's see. I have a bunch of H.G. Wells, Jeff. If you want me to put those aside for you, I'll do that, dude. Wow, those socks. Yeah. Why would anyone do that? That had to be a rib. Like, I cannot imagine going, oh, yeah, dude. You know what always screams like alpha male? Like sweat socks that are kind of bunchy and like falling down your leg with sandals. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe the painter just lived in LA. What are you talking about? Doing the sweat socks? Like that's like an LA thing? I hope that's not an LA thing. I don't see anyone here doing that. I mean, you might see some like some like cholo dudes, like, but that's like fashion on that side, like wearing socks with like slides. I have seen that, but like sandals, like it sounds like they're coming through my floor. Anyway, string tied sandals with socks. I've never seen that ever, except on those Burroughs covers. Jusqu'à All right, so I'm going to show you some Conan stuff now, and then probably call it. I don't know. Depends on how many people are still here wanting to keep doing this. If you guys want to keep doing this, I could keep doing this. So some of these are original, like Robert E. Howard, but L. Sprague de Camp and Lynn Carter edits. And then I also have a bunch of the books that they came out with afterwards, like Conan the Swordsman. Okay. So Conan the Warrior, and I'm pretty sure these are all Frazetta. Although this one doesn't look like Frazetta. This one looks like Boris. Conan the Freebooter. Maybe it is. It just does not look like Frazetta to me. Oh, and then just Conan. That's awesome. Look at that face. Look at that face. So awesome. Conan the Conqueror. Conan the Avenger. And if anyone gets these, I'll throw in the box. Because for 3 of these books, can't remember which ones, but I got like the box. So you could have like a box set. So there would be like 3 or 4 box sets. So I can do that. And then I got a couple copies of Conan of Aquilonia. So there's a reader copy of that if you want. And then we have Conan the Outcast by Leonard Carpenter. And if I'm not mistaken, I remember people saying that he was probably the weakest Conan writer of like the 70s and 80s. Not to put you guys off, but just what I've heard. Conan of the Isles. Conan of the Isles. Which one's this? Conan the Raider, another Leonard Carpenter one. Conan the Valiant by Roland Green. And I bet he was rolling in the green after turning that book in. Am I right? And then Conan the Adventurer. And as an added bonus, if you dig the way Robert E. Howard writes Sword and Sorcery, there's also Almuric by Robert E. Howard, from the creator of Conan. Demon Rulers of a Savage Planet. It's really cool. It's a good book. So yeah, so that is the Conan books that I have right here. There's more somewhere, but I don't know. Maybe I got rid of some. I think I remember getting rid of a bunch of the the Tor published Conan books that I had. The sandals were causing blisters, so it was necessary, I guess. Yeah, the motherfucker had no band-aids, so he's like, I'm gonna need to put on some like nice white socks when I go and slay the bad guys. Sent you an email of the 10 books I want to get my grubby little hands on that. Oh, classic. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So the next batch of stuff that I guess will be tomorrow's problem is going to be a bunch of like hard-boiled detective shit, crime, cozy mysteries, westerns, and then Star Trek, Mickey Spillane, V.C. Andrews, James Bond, and then a lot of what do you call those books? Those westerns that are like erotic westerns. So like Long Arm, Lone Star, Slocum, books like that. Nick Carter, a bunch of those. I have a bunch of Nick Carter books that I'm getting rid of. And then some more pulpy stuff, everything from Doc Savage to Charlie Chan to the Fu Manchu books to I don't know if I'm going to get rid of my spider books. I think I might keep my spider books. Those are hard to come by. But then just a lot of sci-fi, more paperbacks from hell, and more hard case crime, but the bigger books. And then the penguins, like the classic penguins with the orange spines or the black spines. Oh. And hopefully I could get rid of all these and yeah. And everyone will be happy. Geez, authors from that time seem just a bit too comfortable with the word savage. Oh yeah, for real. Oh, what Mickey Spillane book did you read? I really liked the original Mike Hammer books. I didn't really dig the later Mike Hammer books, and I really was not into Mickey Spillane's take on like a James Bond spy character. His spy was called Tiger Man. Was not I was not into that. Oh, and all my John D. McDonald. I have the whole Travis McGee series, um, and then just a bunch of other John D. McDonald, more noir kind of crime stuff. But yeah, so tons of like Raymond Chandler, Dashiell Hammett, Ross McDonald, all that shit. Oh, Ed McBain. I have a ton of Ed McBain's also, and then the poetry. And hopefully I will be able to do this more quickly. And whatever like we don't get to tomorrow, we will get to next weekend. So yeah, but as the Mike Hammer books went, his and I'm not trying to say this to be shitty or weird or anything, but his like right wing conservative how the world should be was getting more and more like in your face as his books went on. But the Twisted Thing, that one came out like 7th or 8th. But the Twisted Thing was actually the second Mike Hammer book that he wrote. So if you ever read, if you're reading Mike Hammer in order and you read I the Jury, I would read the Twisted Thing second, and then My Gun is Quick. And then what are the other books that I liked? Like Vengeance is Mine, One Lonely Night. Oh, One Lonely Night's great. One Lonely Night is great. That's a really good one. I feel like there's one more that I'm forgetting that was in that first bunch before he became a Jehovah's Witness. After he became a Jehovah's Witness, not trying to be weird because I understand people changing and growing as you get older, but once he became a Jehovah's Witness, his whole the thing that made Mike Hammer a great character, he took that away from him, and he became more of like like working for the government, like his I don't know if I can know how to say it. It like he just took a turn, and the Mike Hammer books weren't as good. Oh, One Lonely Night is great. And then there's one book where I think he actually intended on killing Mike Hammer off. And so he left it on this kind of cliffhanger. I know the ice cream truck, and that's a different ice cream truck because I've never heard that song before. But I hate when they fucking do this because I live on a corner of like one street goes up and then one street cuts across, and the street doesn't go through. So a lot of times the ice cream truck will come down here and stop right here. So everyone down this street and up and down this street will come to get ice cream. And I never fucking see anyone getting ice cream. And they'll just stay there forever, probably selling all sorts of stuff that isn't ice cream. But I will say that ice cream truck doesn't sound like an airplane. So I prefer this one. The other ice cream truck, the Death Wagon ice cream truck, that thing sounds horrible. Hello? That's awful. I don't like that. I don't like that it says hello. Oh, I gotta get out of here. I gotta move. Oh, I'm so close to a white sand beach, guys. I'm almost there. How is it getting closer? Is that an ice cream truck or is that what happened because of the drilling? Is someone trying to make me go crazy? I don't like the hello. I have to go look at this shit. This is not okay. What's happening here, guys? Oh, my leg's asleep. Oh my god, you weren't even out front yet? Oh, this is a new ice cream truck. It's got soft serve and it has minions painted on the side of it. I don't like the hello. That's not okay. That's not okay at all. Keep fucking moving. Don't stop. I don't like that. It should not fucking talk. Oh, they are breaking all the fucking rules, man. All the rules broken. What music? Oh, you don't hear it. So now you're making me think I'm going crazy. That's hysterical. Thank you for that. I appreciate that one. I read My Gun is Quick. I didn't even realize it was number 2. JK. That's what I could find, dude. That was a good one. Yeah, My Gun is Quick is good. That's a good one. I the Jury was the first one, and it I'm trying to remember, it was such a ridiculous runaway hit that it basically I don't want to say it created paperback originals, but it gave so much credibility to paperback originals because before paperback originals, the only books that would come out in paperback were books that had already done good in hardcover. And so when Gold Medal Fawcett started doing, or when Fawcett Publications started doing Gold Medal books, which were books that they were saying are good enough to be in paperback and everyone should read them. When that book came out, it caused so much credibility for first time authors having a mass market paperback that it completely changed the publishing industry. Like Gold Medal Fawcett did for books and authors what Amazon Kindle did for authors. Like what? How many years would that be? 60 years prior. So that's okay. So the printing press, pulp magazines, paperback originals, and Kindle are the things. Those are the when you hundreds of years from now when people look back and say what were the big important events in the over the course of American literature, that's going to be what those things are. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Who said that? Somebody tell me who I just quoted right there when I said, I guarantee. If you guess it right, you'll win something. So who was it? Yeah, so those are the rest of the books I got to pull down, guys. Hello. Oh, it's awful. I'm already singing it in my head. Ugh. Where can I put this? I need to move everything because I can't sit there anymore. There's way. I'll take Vonnegut, Wells, and Bradbury. You got it, sir. Man, this it oh, it stopped. It fucking stopped. Ugh. Fucking stopped. I cannot wait to trade in ice cream trucks for Tahoe vendors. Oh my god. I can't even concentrate. I gotta go, guys. My brain's frying. I'm gonna be doing this. I think oh god, someone's drilling into my fucking apartment to make a glory hole through the floor. And there's a new ice cream truck in the neighborhood that says hello. I'm about done. So send me an email, guys, if there's any books that you'd like, and I'd be happy to send them to you, especially if you guys can pay for postage and give me some money. That'd be awesome because I'm trying to put my life together. It was fun and funny. Email sent. Awesome. And I'll be back tomorrow with tons more shit. And it'll probably be around noon, roughly. I'm going to wait until Adam finishes his stream and then I'll start mine. Okay? Boop. Okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah. See ya. Bye.